It's springtime. It's April 10th. This is about as late in the year as I'd want to burn my garden. You can see that it's a rectangular shape, about 8 feet by about 20 feet in length. One of the things I want to be sure to do is protect this little oak tree. This is a swamp white oak. It's growing very close to the garden. I don't want to hurt that with the flames. I'm on my upper deck here and we get a good view of what the garden looks like. Now we're going to go down ground level. Before we start the burn, I want to prepare for it by exposing the things I don't want to burn, such as these green shoots coming up, which are sedges, and I'm going to wet them down with a hose, and then they'll be too damp to burn. I've already removed most of the fuel that's around them to keep that away from them so that the fire doesn't get to them. Here I am wetting them down. You have to have a hose with you while you do a burn, just in case. Here I put wet newspaper on top. That should do a good job of keeping the fire away. The fire will burn pretty fast before the newspaper dries out. Should have a rake handy. This will help move things around to make them burn better. I've pulled back all the fuel from the bottom of the oak tree to keep that away from singeing the branches and leaves of the oak tree. I'm going to start the fire with kitchen matches. I'm using kitchen match. It works well. I'm trying to start it at a corner. Doesn't seem to be starting too well. I may have to start farther in. That should get it going. We have variable winds today. It's a little stronger than I wanted, but I don't want to wait because it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and I don't want to wait another week before I burn. Okay, cut.
Wetting down the oak tree just in case.
Part of the fire went out, so I had to restart the fire in another place where there's more grasses. Grasses burn better than the reeds where I had started the fire. Now it's gone. It'll slowly spread. It can get hot too, so you don't want to get too close to it. Now it's going well. Now it's really going. Spread to the middle. Flames get pretty high. It's not getting too close to the oak tree, so I'm not too worried. I wet it down. I don't think it's in danger of being hurt. There's a piece of last Thanksgiving or Halloween pumpkin in there burning up. It was pretty dry. When the big brush takes off, it'll shoot up flames quite high. I think I'll wet down that oak tree a little bit more. The stump is burning there. Put that out. I went around the yard and took stems from old goldenrod and Joe Pye weed and brought them over here and put them on the pile because I can't burn everywhere in my yard. I can only burn pretty much right here. You can see how the fire avoided all the parts I wet down. There's still a little bit of fire going there, but that's not much. That won't endanger the sedges that I want to save. One thing that I did was, when I was gathering up the branches, I found one that had a gall on it. I don't know if you can see this. See the gall on there? It's an insect in there. So I didn't want to kill it, so I saved it. And I'll just throw it in the bushes when we're done. Now the flames are going down. You can see the wind is pushing it so that the fire started downwind and it's working its way upwind. There may not be enough fire to get all the way to the end, but that's where the rake comes in. Use the rake to pull it in and push it on the flames that you have. Okay, the burn is all done. You can see the gray ash everywhere. I'm going to take a hose and wet this down and make sure that there's nothing left, so when I leave there's no danger of any ember getting blown away and starting a fire somewhere else. I'll clean it up by throwing away that old pumpkin shell and taking away the newspaper, and in a couple weeks everything is going to start coming up green, and a couple weeks after that it's going to start to be a beautiful garden and it'll be nice for the rest of the summer.